Hi, America, found my phone and welcome to another video. Today we are getting into Entrañas by Arca. This is a 2016 mixtape from one of our new favorite artists on this channel. Definitely one that I've given a lot of reactions to over the past few weeks with her release of all her kicks. And I know I've said with Zen that hearing some of her old stuff after hearing all that she's capable of now is not always the best idea because I had those expectations going into it. But this is from 2016. This came out after Mutant, but it is still a mixtape. She just released it on SoundCloud as a one single effort. Like there's 14 tracks, but it all flows together. So I'm actually going to do something similar to what I did with At or Aroba. And if you remember from that video, that we just paused every 20 minutes for this hour-long song to give thoughts on it. And what I'm going to do for this one is if there's any distinct moments that I would like to pause, or if I feel like I need to look up a lyric, if there are lyrics in this, then I will take that time at my leisure. I will just pause and share my thoughts. But otherwise, this is basically a 25-minute project that is supposed to be listened to in one go. So I'm really pumped to see how it turns out. Thank you for requesting this video, and anyway, let's get into it. Also, sorry if you are a little squeamish with blood. I did get a wart removed, and so it looks bloody. It's totally fine, but I just wanted to let you know, just in case you see my hands moving around in the video. I'm fine, but that is a fair warning. All right, we're starting off with track number 1, Perdida, but again, who knows what track I'm going to tell you about next. Okay, starting a little ambient. This feels almost stadium style intro. Yeah, it feels like electric guitar, but you're outside of the venue. Oh, that's a little different. Ooh, you had this like metallic sound. Oh, I think that was the transition. Oh, is that some moaning? Seems like someone's moaning in either agony or extreme pleasure. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of commotion going on, almost the aftermath of a car accident. Ooh, that came to a head, like a pimple popping. Okay. Are we into a new song yet? I don't know, but this feels cool. Oh, I feel? Ooh, let's pick it up and pick it up. Also, I looked up and the track 2 was named Bullfighter, but in Spanish. This definitely feels like the shooting kind of thing. I think I mentioned that a bunch in Born Yesterday as well. But also, this feels a little Kick 3-esque. Oh. Oh, that kind of hits the right neuron. Oh, it's getting all distorted now. I feel like production is gonna just break out into Incendio. I think we're in Vicar now. It is distorting into a slower form. There's a little comment left on this area. Amazing, and then me done, Arca. Another one that is just an F-bomb. Ooh, this is pretty. Also quirky. What was that? Who? What? Wouldn't you? I think that's the first line I actually got. Is that a meow? Boys being a girl is degrading. Okay, I actually looked it up and it's talking about girls can act like a boy, but boys can't act like a girl because of our misogynistic society. And also generally homophobic society. At least that's my opinion. Love to know what it's like. Ooh. Feels like an orchestra, but again, that distortion. Yeah, I could have my eyes closed to this and just vibe. Oh, is this non-lyrical vocals or is this specific stuff? Oh, that distortion seems like it's all fading away to bring in some simple bass. Oh my gosh, wait, this sounds like going a transition from Yoon to self-titled. This is very pretty. Definitely, again, very ambient work. I do wonder why she chose to just put on SoundCloud and not make it just a one song or even an album on Spotify. I have no clue. Is that maybe breaking with a label? I don't know. Ooh, I like this, like, interesting auxiliary percussion. Ooh, fun. What is this a reference to? I don't know, like, what's the sample? This is a real moment. I like it. It feels like we're changing different TV channels or radio stations, more like. This particular part makes her neurons go crazy, or that person, I have no idea what their gender is or who they are. But I fully agree with that sentiment. My neurons are firing wildly. Oh, this is gonna be a dance moment. Yeah. It'll be fun when I have some good headphones in and just vibing with all of this. What is that from? Who knows? Okay, it seems like it's fading out, almost traditionally. Oh. Oh. That's new. Again, it's that feeling like a lot of things firing, and it makes the neurons fire too. Oh. Oh. Oh, is this Parga? I like all these like. I just learned what the lyrics in this part of the song are about. Oh gosh. Is that screaming? I don't like this part. People are saying it's insane. I think I might go insane. Yeah, I don't like this screaming. The screaming's a little much. I turned it down because it's a little much for me. There's this screaming, but there's also some soft singing. I just looked up the lyrics for Turner and it just says screaming. Okay, we've gotten a lot more calm as we turn around the set. Oh, we're getting a solar sound getting in, as if the sun is rising in. Instead of calling it the sun rising in, I realized I could just call it a sunrise. I feel like I'm out of breath, or Arca, or the speaker, or whatever. I feel exhausted now all of a sudden. Oh. It definitely feels like it's getting a little more astral, more cosmic. As if we are just flying among the stars and we don't have to worry about air or anything. Yeah, again, this does feel a little Born Yesterday-esque. Oh, okay. Pretty quiet. Oh, it's still going. Looks like we might be on our final song, Sin Rumbo. This seems like the first time in Arca's catalog that we would have gotten her regular singing voice. I feel like I'm on the other end of like a walkie-talkie or some sort of broadcast. Okay, it seems like there's something trying to come from the surface and comes out every so often. Oh, Arca's voice is very muffled now. This might be the first time that Arca's voice is fully featured in her discography since Self-Titled came out after this. Oh, those fireworks? It's almost like we're going back to that stadium feel we had at the beginning, and there's fireworks of the show. Oh, this very like raw clip of fireworks does feel like it's combining really nicely with Arca's production. Oh, kind of ended in an instant. Guess that is the end. So that was Entrañas, and yeah, we didn't stop officially. I paused a few times just to look up a couple lyrics, but I did want to keep the flow going because I felt like it worked very clearly together in sequence as a single song, and I really enjoyed it as a single song. I'll be honest, I don't know exactly all that I really just heard, but I enjoyed it generally. We started with Perdida, which I believe was that kind of ambient start. And then we got into some instrumentals that were really cool. We got that Cement Garden interlude, which I believe Cement Garden is like a speech that was given by someone, or that's the person who gave the speech. Not quite sure, but that is not Arca's voice presented there. And so we get that. Then we move on into some other songs that do have like some lyrics. They didn't seem like there was that much within it, so I didn't stop to analyze them all that much. For example, Think Of mainly just says think of, and I think that's the one where it's all split up. Baby Doll had something else in it, but it was a stanza. I don't know what to make of it. And then Pargo is very explicit, using a certain slur to empower oneself, probably. Either that or insult oneself. I don't know where Arca's at in that journey of acceptance and love. I feel like far, but I'm not fully sure. But that was a thing that happened. Turk just had a whole lot of screaming. It says featuring Total Freedom. Is Total Freedom the screamer? Amazing, honestly, having your work represented in that way. That your name is just that. That reminds me a lot of the Nonstop Dance remix, Sophie's album, with BC Kingdom just doing some woo. And I think that was all. Just the woos. And that's the entire feature. It's funny to me. It doesn't make any sense why you would take up that offer up, but sure. And then we end with Sin Rumbo, which sets us up really nicely for Self-Titled, which came out in 2017. This came out in 2016. So I think this project really seems like a transition period between Mutant and all that ambience to some ambient but with some voice. And I think also we had Siren interlude. That was on Mutant, I believe. And so we went from sirens to having actual people screaming on our ear tracks. So I guess that is an evolution of sorts. I really like how it flowed, and I think this project will sound amazing in headphones. Especially the beginning. I really vibed with the beginning. And yeah, a lot of the first few tracks, I just didn't want them to stop ever. They felt like a mix of Mutant with Aroba. And that was really nice to get a mix of, okay, it feels futuristic-y, but at the same time, it still feels very ambient-y. And you get a little bit of mix of both. You get some percussive hits, get in there, feeling good. And I also really like the fireworks at the end. I thought that was a really nice touch and connected this music that feels like it's not grounded in reality in some sort of reality. We do seem to take a turn right around Hirosol, with turning around the sun, and that being the metaphor because that's repeated in Sin Rumbo, and walking without purpose, and I lose you again one more time. Yeah, I don't really know what the overall album is supposed to represent. I guess it is a mixtape, so it doesn't necessarily have to, but it does flow sonically so well together that I do wonder what all the lyrical meanings of sorts are. Sin Rumbo seems like it's a heartbreak type of song in a way that only Arca really can do. But you have stuff like Think Of, where it's really just think of, and then other times calling yourself a slur in probably an empowering sense, I'm going to guess at this point. And then you also just have a lot of instrumentals, which is Arca's move. And I think that's something that I get confused about on several earlier Arca projects. When you have so many songs that are instrumental, I get curious about how you're using the lyrics in just a few of them to inform the meaning of the whole thing. Because maybe for some people, the instrumentals do carry a message, and I think they can carry emotions in sorts, but I think songs in different instrumentations, they carry different meanings for different people. And so just because I hear these fireworks at the end and I hear something happy, for example, a firework is generally explosive and exciting. But for example, you have Mitski's fireworks song, which makes fireworks sound like a sad thing. And so when you think of fireworks, for example, are you thinking in happy or sad? I don't know. I think it is different for every person. So I think that can carry on into other instrumentals. But I will say all the instrumentals were very interesting. None of them were boring to me. None of them were very calm. They were ambient, but they weren't necessarily calm. They really kept your focus up, which I really did appreciate. It felt a little bit more like some of my favorite tracks off of Kick 4. Like as you know, Morph Girl or Boki Floja. I know Boki Floja does have lyrics, but they keep the vibe and the excitement alive while keeping it a little chill and ambient. I don't know. I think I'm just rambling and spitballing here, but it is a cool project that I am excited to return to. I don't know if I'll return to it very often just because I do have to use another platform and because I also haven't really gotten to hear each song as an individual song. I've heard it really only within the context of the album. I don't know when they switch over. They're not that clear about that. And I like that they do not switch over so abruptly. I think it's much more peaceful and interesting to see it really turn into a 25-minute song. Normally at this point in listening to an album, or I guess in this case a mixtape, I would rank them and say these are the top tier or the middle tier and songs at the bottom. I don't really think there's any need to do that. I don't even think there's even any need to do with what I did with Arobo, which was, if anything piqued my attention, I would list it, because I don't know. I don't think they function as quanta either. They're not very distinct all the time. So yeah, if there's anything I would like to highlight, I will put that on the screen now. Otherwise, I will say for now that I enjoyed the project and I will listen to it when I want a specific 25-minute moment. What did you think of this mixtape? Did you like it? Did you not? What other Arca projects do you like? Do you think that this is better than some more established Arca releases? Do you think it's a hidden gem? Do you think it's really not something to consider much within Arca's discography? Please let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this video, please like it, please comment down below, which I'd like me to react to next. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be, and thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later.
It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles, don't need to know why. Just smile big, open your eyes. It's storming turtles, it's storming.